When Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy on June 6, 1944, one question immediately stood out to soldiers on the ground. Where was the German Luftwaffe? Despite Germany's reputation for air power earlier in World War II, the skies over Normandy were overwhelmingly dominated by Allied aircraft. The near absence of the Luftwaffe on D-Day was not an accident. It was the result of long-term decline, strategic failures, and Allied air supremacy. The Luftwaffe before D-Day, from dominance to decline. In the early years of World War II, the Luftwaffe was one of the most effective air forces in the world. It played a decisive role in the invasion of Poland, 1939, the fall of France, 1940, early campaigns on the Eastern Front. However, by 1944, the Luftwaffe was a shadow of its former self. 1. Allied air superiority crushed the Luftwaffe. By mid-1944, the Allies had total control of the air over Western Europe. Massive aircraft production by the US and Britain. Continuous bombing of German airfields and factories. Long-range Allied fighters, like the P-51 Mustang, escorting bombers deep into Germany. German pilots were increasingly outnumbered and outmatched. 2. Heavy losses of experienced pilots. Germany suffered catastrophic pilot losses, especially in the Battle of Britain, on the Eastern Front, defending German cities from Allied bombers. Unlike the Allies, Germany lacked a proper pilot rotation system. Experienced pilots flew until they were killed or captured, leaving inexperienced recruits to replace them. 3. Fuel shortages grounded German aircraft. By 1944, Germany faced severe fuel shortages due to Allied bombing of synthetic fuel plants, loss of oil fields in Romania. Many Luftwaffe planes existed only on paper. They simply couldn't fly without fuel. 4. Luftwaffe focused on defending Germany, not Normandy. Hitler and German commanders prioritized defending German cities from strategic bombing. As a result, most Luftwaffe units were stationed deep inside Germany. Normandy was considered a secondary threat. German intelligence underestimated the invasion location. When the invasion began, it was already too late to redeploy effectively. 5. Allied deception and surprise. Operation Bodyguard convinced German leaders that the invasion would occur at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. This deception delayed Luftwaffe response and scattered German air assets across the wrong regions. 6. The Luftwaffe on D-Day, a token presence. On June 6, 1944, the Allies flew over 11,000 sorties. The Luftwaffe managed fewer than 300 sorties. Only a handful of German planes appeared over the beaches. The most famous incident involved two FW-190 fighters making a brief strafing run, symbolic rather than effective. 7. Allied aircraft ruled the battlefield. Allied air power bombed German defenses before the landings, attacked reinforcements moving toward Normandy, destroyed bridges, railways, and supply lines, provided close air support to troops on the ground. German commanders later admitted that Allied air power made effective counterattacks nearly impossible. Conclusion: why the Luftwaffe failed on D-Day. The Luftwaffe did not disappear overnight, it was slowly destroyed long before D-Day. Loss of air superiority, pilot shortages, fuel scarcity, strategic miscalculations, overwhelming Allied production and coordination. By June 1944, the Luftwaffe could no longer challenge the Allies in the skies. The invasion of Normandy succeeded not only because of soldiers and ships, but because the air war had already been won.